says, make up your own survey question. That is univariate categorical question. Univariate means that you should be asking people about one variable, one thing. Like the question's going to be about one thing. So you're going to have one question here, and when people answer, it should fit into a category. So this would be a good question to say, what sports do you play? And people might say, well, I play basketball. The different categories, right? What's your favorite color? What's your favorite food, right? All of those things are categories. What kind of music do you like to listen to? Think of something that's interesting to yourself and write a question that people would have many responses to, right? That there's a category, okay? The next question, number 2, says, you're going to write a bivariate numerical question. What does that mean as you look at this? Please write behind this if you haven't written. I need 2 questions that when people answer, their answers will be numbers. Okay, I need 2 questions that when people answer, their questions would be numbers. Like, how many people in your family? What size shoe do you wear? How many sweatshirts do you own? This is not going to be what is your favorite, right? Because that's not a number answer. So when you think about this, you're giving me number answers, questions that people would answer with numbers. My hint is, as you do this to survey, pick things that interest you. For example, if you are a gamer, maybe you're thinking about how many hours gaming, right? Maybe you're thinking about how much time, if you read a lot of books, maybe you might be asking someone how many books you read this school year. Those are numeric answers, right? They're going to say, I read 0 books, 5 books, 10, 15, okay, whatever you're looking at. Okay, the next one says bivariate. That means I have to have 2 questions, right? Bivariate means that bi means 2 variables, okay? So I need to ask people about 2 things, and they have to be categories. They can't be the same as up here, right? This is a categorical question, but you need 2 of them. And again, sometimes what I think is interesting is you can find things that you think interest you in categories. And you take out a sheet of paper. You don't have your workbook. I need your workbook. Right back there. So I handed them out early last week. You should. Maybe you want to check and see. And then the last one, you are looking at a univariate numerical question. So one question, if you're thinking about it, one question where people are going to have a number answer. Okay? I gave you some examples. As some of you are doing your Google form, hopefully you came up with some other ones. If you're stuck before you start asking people today, make sure you check with me. Questions on what we are looking at. You're going to keep this page open and your name on the top of this piece of paper. You are going to be doing this survey. So you have to write a numerical question. When you think about that numerical question, this is where you're going to write the question, okay? So on the back of that piece of paper, or on the top of the paper, you're going to put your question, and then over a little further, you're going to write your name up here, okay? Instead of 1 to 15, you are going to write people's names. So you're going to write Ken. You are going to write Chloe, okay? Please put their first name and their initial. We're going to be close to you getting 15 people if you pretty much need to ask everyone in class. Someone said, what if we run out of people or run out of time? Then you could ask other people, but my hint is that you should. Okay, so you're going to write down their name, and then you'll put their number answer. So I have your question written up here, your name. You're going to do all of this. This is your first step. You write your question. Second thing, you go around and you survey everyone. The next thing you are going to do, and these directions are also in Google Classroom, is you are going to turn it over to the front, and you're going to write this kind of big. Maybe bigger than I have it up here. Because what you're going to do is you're going to come up and you're going to present this. And you're going to say, hey, here is my question about how tall people are in this class. And then you're going to have a dot plot. So when you finish doing the question, you will then don't survey people now. You're going to have time. I'm getting you plenty of time. Then you're going to make a dot plot. Does your dot plot have to go down to 0? No. In your case, when you're talking about people's heights, possibly, you might go from maybe 55 inches or something up to, I don't know, however many, what your tallest person is, right? Then you're going to put the dots above, right? And you're going to write those down. Could you do shoe size? Could you do anything with a numeric answer, right? So we talked about different things that we talked about. The hours of studying, the hours of sleeping, the hours listening to music. For some of you, way too many hours gaming, anything along that line, right? Then, first thing, second thing you've asked the questions. Third, you're going to make this dot plot. Then you're going to go back to the side where your questions are and you're going to show your work. You have to pick 2 statistics. What do I mean 2 statistics? So you're going to analyze the data. You could find the mean by adding all of their numbers together and dividing it by 15, right? That's going to be the average of the mean. I had someone say, I don't know how to find, I don't know what this means. Well, look it up on Google, right? Put in mean, put in median. Median is the middle number when they're in order. The reason that dot plot is wonderful is if you've done 15 people, where's the middle? After 7 people, right? So the middle, the range, you take the largest minus the smallest, and the mode is the most often. If you have made this, the tallest one is your mode. Is there any work for that? No. If you're doing the mean, you're going to show me your total divided by 15, what you got. If you're doing the median, I'm going to take my largest one here, looks like is like 17 or 18, and I'm going to subtract 5. That's my range, right? Can I find the median? I'm going to count in 7, and then I find this is the 8th one and 7 this way, and that's the exact middle, and I can say that. So you're going to be asked to tell me the statistics. Then you will write a paragraph. So this is your question, your box plot in the site. On the back was where I did my question. I put everyone's names down. I did my work. Then you'll be asked to present your findings. So I would say this is like the back of your paper. I have markers. I have colored pencils up here. You're going to write this question kind of big. You're going to make your plot. Today in class, you might only get everyone answering your question. When you're done getting them answering your question, you're going to sit down and you're going to do this next. Then you might start on your statistics. If you did not finish I-1, that page, 1 through 8, you're going to finish that with this question.
When we include listed names, should we include our results?
They're what?
When we include our listed names, which we gather the data from, should we include our results?
No, you're asking the question. You're not surveying yourself. You're not part of it. Could you, if you need 15 and we're close to numbers? Yes. Okay? If you need to ask other people outside of class, I need their first and their last name. Everyone that's in here, first name, last initial. I don't know this person. Then you would say, what's your name? And then you write down their name, and then you ask the question, right? Not hard. Okay? Anyone else?